Hey guys, here with the video, just help you out with this. If you happen to get the P0183 code, which is your fuel temperature sensor, which sits right under your charge tube back here, and it's has a little two-prong plug that goes on top of it. Kind of looks similar to this sensor here, and you'll have that sensor back there actually has a yellow and a brown wire as well, and then those wires come into these, I believe. But the problem was I was getting that code, which is telling the truck that the fuel is too cold and therefore derating it. So I lost about 40-50 horsepower, and it also was affecting the shifting. So I just dealt with it for so long. And it's funny, I just realized I didn't hook my battery back up, but it was running on the other one over there. We did get this fixed though. So the problem, guys, was, and I took unhooked the battery, I took this lid off, and I pulled this black casing off, and then I was able to get to the main bundle down here. And this main bundle here against your firewall, you want to come over here to your ECU and take your bottom plug out. This pulls from the top up, and then you'll pull that plug out, and this goes from the top down, and you'll pull those plugs out. And then you want to pull that whole stack of wires up here where you can work on them. And the wires that were right down in there against the firewall, and they had rubbed through. You can kind of see that sections and different wire, but they had rubbed through. And of course, when I pulled all that up, there were two broken wires. One was yellow and one was purple. Not sure what the purple one was, but the yellow one was the wire we were looking for, coming from that fuel temperature sensor. And we went ahead and sealed that up really nice. We cleared the code, and this thing is back to normal. This is a 2007 Chevy Silverado Classic 3500. And again, like when it went into that D-rate, it probably lost 50-60 horsepower, but now that we fixed that connection and the motor's getting all the right signals that it needs, it's back to normal. It fixed the shifting, because the problem what happens is when that sensor is derating your motor, it's basically, especially if you have a load or a trailer, it's not giving your transmission or your truck enough power to be able to over rev just a little bit to be able to shift into the next gear. So you'll notice a lot of bad shifting if you don't fix that code. And some people will think it's a transmission issue when it's only the sensor issue derating your motor, and your motor therefore is not applying correct power to the rest of your powertrain, messing things up. So there you go, guys. If you get that, I looked all over YouTube and the internet and didn't really get a clear example, but I did talk to another mechanic, and he said, that every time he's had this issue in a similar situation, it was always this wire against the firewall had rubbed through that main harness. So you just have to pull all that out and search through there, take an electrical knife and cut down through the tape that's on there really nice, and then just go through every wire and tape it back together. All right, hope that helped you somebody. See ya.